Hello, and welcome to The Inferno, a level-by-level guide of the first book in Dante's famed trilogy, The Divine Comedy. Now, The Inferno, more commonly referred to as Dante's Inferno, is a really deep journey that many thinkers and evaluations often end with, "What the hell?" The main character, who's really a self-insert by the writer Dante, is a down-to-earth guy, but the writing itself uses a lot of inflammatory language and circular reasoning. It took a while to read because the diction used was so complex that I had to take it down a level. In conclusion, I decided the best way to present this book would be to build it in Minecraft. At the beginning of Dante's Inferno, Dante finds himself in a dense forest. After walking through it a ways, he finds a hill leading up out of it and up into open air. As he climbs the hill, he is blocked by 3 animals, a leopard, a wolf, and a lion. When he returns to the forest, he meets Virgil, an ancient scholar, who offers to lead him through hell to make his way onto the other realms. They then begin their journey through hell. When building this scene, I made the animals out of different blocks. The wolf is made of nether brick, the leopard is mostly red sandstone and red sand, and the lion is normal sandstone with a gold mane. Before Dante enters hell, he passes through its gates, which have an ominous inscription on them. As Dante passes through, he sees those who reside in limbo. Those in limbo never live their life in any specifically good or bad way. He and his guide cross the river in the boat of Charon, then enter the first circle of hell. Since I had hollowed out the entirety of the funnel-shaped hell before I actually started building, I realized I was a little stuck as to how Dante and Virgil actually got from circle to circle. I had decided to resolve this by making some parts of it as a downward slope, such as the river you see here, and for other parts I carved the stairs. In the first circle of hell are those who lived before the birth of Christ and were never formally baptized. Many of the people they meet in this level are great scholars. They live in a great fortress with 7 doors. There seems to be no significant punishment for them aside from not making it into heaven. In my Minecraft replica, this level is 15 blocks high and has a diameter of 651 blocks. Every level, except for level 8, has a width of 25 blocks, creating a decrease of 50 blocks in diameter as you descend into each ring. The blocks used to build the fortress are stone bricks, stairs, slabs, and stone pillars. Counting the entrance gate, there are 7 gates, 1 on each flat side, 1 on both the northeast and northwest corners. I placed painting on the walls to reflect the scholars and artists. The paintings are randomly generated when you place them down, so what's on them has no real significance to replicating Dante's Inferno. The creatures in this level are called villagers and are docile creatures found in the Minecraft overworld. In the second level of hell are souls that were consumed by lust. The souls were buffeted by stormy winds. In this level, Dante sees historical adulterers such as Cleopatra and Helen of Troy. This level is made 15 blocks tall and 601 blocks across. The floor is made of normal sand and red sand, and it is raining on this level. Out of all the levels, this one gave me the most trouble. I couldn't figure out how to create the whirling effect. I tried using small loops of rails that villagers would spin in circles constantly, but that created too much lag. I even tried using cheats to spawn villagers riding bats, but that still didn't work. Eventually, I remembered one of the updates way back had a way to turn mobs upside down by naming them Dinnerbone, which I could use to create a vague blown upside down by wind effect. So these villagers are all named Dinnerbone. Absurd. Ring 3 of Hell contains the gluttonous souls, wallowing in a filthy sludge. Here, Dante speaks with a person who gives him some political insight into the future, saying that the faction supporting the Pope will drive out the faction supporting the Emperor from Florence. Must be nice to pretend you can predict the future just by publishing the book after it's already happened. This level is 15 blocks tall and 551 blocks in diameter. I took some time trying to decide on what the floor should be, because water is too clear. Finally, I decided to cover the floor in soul sand. Soul sand is unique because it slows down whoever walks on top of it. It is also only found in the Minecraft Nether realm, and just so happens to look like it has souls trapped inside of it. This level is also raining. The creatures in this level are called witches. They live in swamps and are hostile towards the player. Witches are also the only creatures that can throw and make their own potions. In the 4th level of Hell, Dante sees those being punished for greed. The sinners are forced to roll giant weights around the circle, penny pitchers from one direction and overspenders in the other, forced to collide and joust each other, then continue only to meet again on the other side. Many of the people here are priests or from other such religious offices. The 4th level is 15 blocks high and 501 blocks wide. In order to replicate the heavy weights, I placed different sized boulders around this level. The boulders are made of bedrock, which is ironically the only indestructible and immovable block in Minecraft. I scattered the floor with pillars to make it a little bit more interesting. I felt that villagers wouldn't quite match in this level, so I put iron golems in instead, which are some of the strongest mobs in the game. The 5th circle of Hell is where the angry and wrathful are punished. Dante crosses a swampy river in a boat while souls fight each other below. The levels begin to get taller at this point. This level is 20 blocks high and 450 blocks wide. It is entirely water, ranging from 2 to 6 blocks deep, with lily pads placed on top and vines on the wall to make it more swamp-like. The water is held in by the wall of Dis in the next level. The creatures in this level are zombies, and they are named Wrathful Soul. I used zombies because they will attack both player and villagers, making them seem very angry. I also used them in this level because I wanted more diversity in the souls, and this is also the only level I could use zombies in because they burn in sunlight. In the 6th level Dante reaches, he finds the Wall of Dis. Beyond the wall is the city of flaming tombs, in which the heretics are kept burning. He meets many political figures from his hometown in Florentine in this level, and even his friend's father. In Minecraft, this level is now 20 blocks high and has a diameter of 401. This level is entirely made up of blocks found in the Hell dimension of Minecraft. It contains nether brick stairs, slabs, and fences, with a bit of netherrack and lava decorating the floor. The fire in the tombs is placed on netherrack, the only block that will never stop burning, not even in rain. I made the tombs more like mausoleums, so I could keep the blazes from flying away. There are 4 different shapes of mausoleums, and some have more than one blaze inside. I chose blazes because they are one of the few creatures that can survive in fire, and they look like flaming souls anyways. In order to keep the blazes from despawning, I had to name every single one. So these ones are named Flaming Soul. The 7th level of Hell is split up into 3 parts: a river of boiling blood, a dense forest, and a fiery desert. Each houses a different type of murderer. Murderers against people and property are in the river, murderers of self, suicidals, are in the forest, and murderers of God, such as blasphemers, are in the fiery desert. This level is 20 blocks high and is 351 blocks wide. It contains lava, invisible blocks, grass, sand, and 2 types of trees, acacia and oak. There's no such thing as blood in normal Minecraft, so I replaced it with lava, and nearly burnt up all of my trees. There are pig zombies in the lava, and there is an invisible ring of blocks so that they can't escape. The pig zombies are named Drowning Soul. I couldn't put any creatures on the sand because it would be too dangerous, and they would most likely fall into the lava. In the 8th circle of Hell, there are so many kinds of punishments for fraud that the circle is split into 10 ditches called bulges, each one with a different punishment. One of the bulges contains a tar-like substance, another contains snakes, another forces the sinners to wear lead-heavy coats. This level has a height of 40 blocks and a diameter of 301. Even though it's the second smallest in diameter, though, it's the largest by comparison. it is 3 times wider in actual building space than all the others. I only filled the bulges with villagers, because trying to make each bulge unique in such a small space would have been way too complicated. There is a stone bridge leading over each bulge into the next circle of hell. In the 9th and final circle of hell, Dante and Virgil reach a freezing lake for sinners of treachery. Souls are frozen neck deep or deeper in the ice, and in the center, Satan is frozen from the waist down. Satan is depicted as having 3 heads of red, black, and white, and having 6 wings. In each of his mouth, he is chewing a soul. This level is the deepest, with a height of 60 blocks, but a diameter of only 151. The blocks in this level are packed ice, coal blocks, brown, light gray, gray, and black clay. I used packed ice for the frozen lake because it's less transparent, doesn't melt as easily, and is more intense than normal ice. Satan is the one made up of all the clay blocks, with coal blocks for the wings. I also used iron bars as the teeth in his mouth. The souls in his mouth are villagers, but the souls in the rest of this level are actually snow golems. The snow golems are named Frozen Soul. This level is quite literally the bottom of the world. Thank you for joining me on this tour of hell. I'm your tour guide, Emily Remy, and let's go behind the scenes for the last bits of this video. Thanks so much for watching.